can't wait. I can't wait to do what we're about to do.
Welcome to It Ain't Just Sports Podcast, your weekly huddle for all things sports and then some. Your hosts, Micah Bam-Bamm White and Amaya Mitchell, dive deep into the biggest games, the hottest takes, and the stories behind the headlines. Let's get into it.
What's up, and welcome to It Ain't Just Sports Podcast here at 12 on your side. I'm Amaya Mitchell, and we're starting a sports podcast here at the news station. Something a little new that we're bringing to you. I'm joined here with my amazing co-host.
I'm your boy, comedian Micah Bam-Bamm White, live right here at Skybox 12. Why do we call it Skybox 12? Right outside of this window that we have right here, it's the actual newscast. We can see them. We can wave at them. We can mess up their newscast. But anyway, we're right here to do this particular podcast called It Ain't Just Sports. Now, when we talk about sports, Amaya, why do you want to be part of such a podcast? Like, what have you done in sports that makes you excited about being a part of this?
Well, I hate to brag, but I was a great softball player growing up. I played, rec. I played at the school, very involved. And then from there, I played basketball. I was down on the post, up in the paint,
in the gritty.
Getting the rebounds, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Played that in high school. Way better softball player than basketball player. I mean, I also too, in the summer, loved a good kickball game, So
I love
a little
kickball.
bit of everything. I love to watch sports. I love to talk about sports. So this was just a little something outside of my comfort zone because normally I'm on TV, I'm on our live stream, I'm on social media.
Right.
But like when this opportunity was presented to me to join you and just talk about sports, something a little fun fact actually. When I got into news, I used to want to be a sportscaster. So this is my little segue into that. Yes. So
think it, dream it. You never know how it might come true.
And now it's here. What about you?
Big sports person. I've been a sports person all my life. As a child, started off, my first sport was baseball.
Okay.
Started playing baseball. Actually could have gone pro in baseball had my grandmother had the resources to put me through like higher training and all that kind of stuff, but she didn't have that. So shout out to Central Park, shout out to Police Athletic League in Birmingham, Alabama, and shout out to West End High School, which allowed me to play baseball. Also a big time volleyball player.
Okay.
Started playing volleyball in high school. Didn't tell my friends for years.
Yeah.
Because where I'm from, boys didn't play volleyball.
I get that.
But I ended up being pretty good at volleyball. Actually, volleyball has been probably the most dominant part of my sports life. Coached high school volleyball at James River High School for probably 16 years. Coached college volleyball at Virginia State University for 2 years, and also coached at John Marshall High School here in Richmond, Virginia. And I'm now currently the director of development for Richmond Volleyball Club, which is a club that I used to coach at. My very first club coaching job was RVC, I think back in 1990. You say 90. Look, you're talking
I won't even lie. So I don't know nothing about that.
But so I'm now director of development there. And crazy thing is that my boss now, I was her coach all through high school at RVC.
Cool little circle.
Yes. Also played semi-pro football. Didn't start playing football until I was 21 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. My grandmother. I wanted to play as a kid. I went to a couple of practices. I snuck to a couple of practices. But we didn't have insurance, and if I would have got hurt, the only thing we had, as Chris Rock would say, was Robitussin.
Oh.
Yeah, and I don't think Robitussin fixed broken ankles and legs. No. So my grandmother wouldn't let me play. Started playing football when I moved to Richmond in 1996 for the Virginia Hornets, semi-pro football team. Went out, made the team with no real football experience. And that didn't last long. Year 2, I got hit. I got up, went to the sideline. A dude tapped me on my shoulder and said, "Hey, man, your sideline's over there."
Oh, that was it.
That's when I knew.
That's enough.
The Lord had better things for me to do in life
than
to sit there. But that's my sports career. I'm now an avid golfer.
Okay.
Love to play golf. I play golf around 2 to 3 rounds a week.
Oh, okay. You're serious.
I love golf. For those that do handicaps, I'm a single digit handicap most of the time. Travel around the world to play golf. Next year I'll be heading to Spain to play for 10 days. So incredible. Golf is something that I really, really, really love. Competition is a part of my heart. So being a part of this podcast is right up my line because of how I love sports, feel about sports. But more importantly, we call it ain't just sports.
Yeah, it ain't just sports. Because it's sports. We told y'all what sports you play, but it ain't just sports. So like, for instance, like players, lots of sports, lots of scores, whatever. Outside of that, outside of the stats, the scores of players, Who are they? The stories that might not make the news, but that the community knows about and are talking about. We want to talk about that. Right. And then on a national level, you know, there's some little juicy things going on that, you know, people can't keep their eyes off of. And we want to talk about that each week.
Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift. I heard it ain't. Yeah, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff.
Is Aaron Rodgers married? We don't know. We're going to talk about that in a few.
Today.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Episode 1 of It Ain't Just Sports. Yeah. So, Maya, let's start from the top, something that means something dear to both of us. The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes.
Sunday night was not a good night.
It was not. I don't even know if I want to talk about this because I was embarrassed. They continue to embarrass me. Their annual little fall off that they like to do. They get us excited and then they just go downhill every season.
But if you're a Steelers fan, you understand trusting the process is a part of being a fan.
I guess.
I mean, think about it.
I'm over the process. I'm over it. For
the last 9 years, we have not had the best team.
No.
Even in our conference. As pertains to player, but we always overachieve. We always end up in the playoffs, even though we haven't won one in years. But we always end up in the playoffs. But somebody was saying something about, just to get, not really talk about the game, because I don't want to talk about the game.
Yeah.
There's some fun fact about Aaron Rodgers and some mystery.
Okay, Aaron Rodgers in general is just suspect. Okay, like the way he played last night, I know we said we don't want to talk about the game, but watching his performance, how bad he did, he's suspect. Okay, you know, we do all this talking about gambling and betting. Something went right with that. On top of that, okay, his wife, allegedly, he came with a wedding band. He said he's married to, we think it's somebody named Brittany. Nobody knows. And when I say we, I'm talking about me and his family. I don't know his family, but...
So even his family is
what...
wondering who he's married to?
Yes, it's like a whole thing. He talks about being married, talks about having a wife, but literally... No word, no pictures, no marriage certificate.
Let me find out Aaron Rodgers married to Alexa.
That's what I'm like, who is it? Is this imaginary? Does he have some...
But you know, let me say this, as being someone relatively totally different than an Aaron Rodgers, but when you are a public figure, keeping your relationship off to the side is a very important thing. Because once the people get involved, it's no longer just the two of you. So I'm trying to give Aaron Rodgers the benefit of the doubt right here.
He's Aaron Rodgers, though. You telling me nobody saw him at a movie date? Nobody saw him at Chili's with his wife? Be honest. There's no way.
Not even with his wife at Chili's. Who would see Aaron Rodgers at Chili's? I don't think he's not at Chili's.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I hear you. He's Aaron Rodgers. There's no way, unless his wife sits in the house all day long, there's no way that he has had a wife and went out in public with her and nobody has spotted him. No way.
There's
no way.
You have a point.
I'm not saying she doesn't exist. But there's something to this story. So if she's out there, I need her to call us up, let us know.
So her name is allegedly
Brittany. With an I. He said with an I.
Oh, so he did speak to this person.
Like, I think it was like a talk show. He said like a while ago, like he was involved with somebody named Brittany, spelled with an I.
Okay.
And then he came out and said he got married. So we don't even know if it's Brittany or if he moved on. We guess there's somebody there. I don't know.
Okay. Well, good luck, Aaron Rodgers and Brittany Alexa. Yeah. I do want to put something to sleep. Just a statement that I want to publicly say. So many people, because of the struggles of the Pittsburgh Steelers over the last couple of years, as it pertains to us not normally, we normally win playoff games. We're normally always Super Bowl contenders. And people are like, get rid of Mike Tomlin. Get rid of Mike Tomlin. And my question is always, for who?
Yeah.
Like, who are you going to get to replace Mike Tomlin? First of all, we're the Pittsburgh Steelers. We don't our coaching staff is not a revolving door as it pertains to the head coach. We've only had, I think, 4 head coaches in the history of the program. So we don't do that. Mike Tomlin is here to stay. He's a player's coach. Leave the man alone. Look at what he's done with what he's had over the last couple of years. Pittsburgh, we don't pay a lot of players, so it's not like we're throwing out a lot of bucks. Yeah. We got the highest paid defense this year, which is a shock for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's not something we normally do. So leave Mike Tomlin alone. He's not going anywhere. Because if you replace Mike Tomlin, I don't think, it's only like maybe a few, I don't think Jesus Christ wants to coach the Pittsburgh Steelers. No. That's the only replacement you're going to be able to get for Mike Tomlin. So let's cut that out. Yes, we do need to do better as a team. Yes, we probably need to get a real franchise quarterback. Yes. I think Aaron Rodgers is a Band-Aid. And he's not a bad Band-Aid. I don't want to say he's not a bad Band-Aid. He had a bad night last
Sometimes.
night. Going back into the end zone with a safety, that's a veteran, no. As a veteran, you know better than to do something like that. But let's let this Mike Tomlin fire him. Let's put that to rest.
Yes.
Let that be out of your vocabulary.
Yeah,
we'll figure something else out.
Yeah. And we'll just chop Aaron Rodgers, his problems up to age, and just leave it at that.
And Brittany.
Yes, and Brittany. Brittany causing chaos at the house.
Brittany causing chaos. So, in other news, right here in the RVA, on Saturday, I had the opportunity to go watch Virginia Union University play against Virginia State University.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's probably a big game.
It was a big game. I enjoyed going to check it out. I was supposed to go play a little round of golf. A friend of mine hit me up. He was like, "Hey, man, I got tickets for this game. You want to roll out?" I said, "Oh, let's go." So I go to the game, and while I'm at the game, I find out about this particular player named Curtis Allen. I knew nothing about him prior to the game. Have you researched this guy by the name of Curtis Allen I think he's from Petersburg?
Yes. I think he went to Prince George High School. I looked up a little bit about him, and people are saying he's really doing his big one. And I think, did you see him in action? I know he's done a lot with, getting a lot of rushing yards. I think he might have broke a record, maybe?
This dude, let me say this. When you look at the players that are out there, when I was a kid, we would play baseball, and you would see this one kid out there, and the parent would say, "Somebody go get his birth certificate." Because there's no way this boy is the same age as the rest of them. This dude, Curtis Allen, is a man amongst boys. He is literally, when you just look at the team, you're looking at him going, one of these things is not like the other one. He's a running back. I think 2 weeks ago against Bluefield, he rushed for 369 yards and 5 touchdowns. So on Saturday, he only needed 307 to break the Division II single-season rushing record. He ended up with 151, so he was 156 short, but still 151 yards in a game is not.
That's crazy.
It's wild. So big shout out to Virginia Union University. Shout out to Curtis Allen, and we hope that the next level is in your future. Because brother, what I saw the other day,
that's
was
awesome.
Special.
And right here out of Central Virginia, pretty much. So. That's awesome. Out of Petersburg, Prince George, that's pretty good.
I'm telling you, you got to see this dude.
Then to get that close to break a record, even if you didn't break it,
and I think
that close.
The guy that was next to him, closest to him in comparison for this season, was 500 and some yards behind him before the last game, before the game against Virginia State.
Is that crazy? That's crazy.
So,
and they got one more game in the season?
I think they do have. I think it's a playoff game. I think the Virginia State game was their last regular season, so unfortunately he's not going to be able to get the regular season record. But I think because of the season that he's had, I hope that Virginia Union can get 2 or 3 more games so that scouts, because I'm sure there are a lot of attention on him now, scouts can get to watch this brother play. And also the good thing about when you have a great player on a team like that and it brings attention for scouts to come watch that one player, it also gives other great players on that team an opportunity because scouts got to watch the whole team. There was a defensive player, I don't know the guy's name, number 32.
Got you.
He hit somebody so hard after the game, I went to the hospital.
Oh.
Yeah. So Virginia Union has some players. Yeah. So they deserve to be where they are.
Yeah. I actually I went to high school with a guy who played for Virginia Union, him and his brother, and they straight up killed it. It's a good team, honestly. There's a lot of, in other sports and things, there's a lot of good teams right here in Central Virginia. Speaking of which, VCU heading out the gate with a new basketball coach. Do you follow VCU basketball, catching the games?
I do follow VCU basketball. Shout out to Ed, the athletic director at VCU. I love VCU basketball. I love the energy that it brings to our city. Richmond, Virginia, it gives us a lot of hype. We don't have a football team for college.
That's true.
University of Richmond, they have a football team, but for some reason, we're not really invested into them. VCU basketball is like the pinnacle of sports. It's like VCU basketball and Richmond Flying Squirrels. Those are the two top entities of, I would probably at this point, even though it's college, say professional sports. Because of what they're paying these kids to play basketball. But what happened, they just had their first game.
Phil Martelli Jr., which was actually it was a huge, so I am new to the Richmond area, but I came from Charlottesville, so UVA. Everybody follows Tony Bennett up there. He's been there for years. Incredible coach, great guy. People love him, honestly, all around town. And when he stepped down last year, and then it was, the rumor mill, we all kind of knew that they were eyeing VCU's coach to take his position, and then they announced it. It was craziness all of UVA, like, for so long, even in Charlottesville. Like, that was the talk of the town for a while because that kind of started, a lot of people looking at UVA athletics and how do you get a coach, like a legendary coach like Tony Bennett, to step down? You know what I mean? So, which, he talked about why he did it and everything. But then led to Ryan Odom going to UVA, which he's not having a bad season either. And then Phil Martelli Jr. coming out the gate swinging, scoring over, I think they got
103 points.
First game.
Out the gate.
Which is like a record break. I think I read since 2014, VCU has not played a D1 school and got more than 100 in a game.
Since 2014.
Wow. I think so, yeah. So for him to come out the gate like that.
Coming out hot.
It's looking good.
And I have to give also VCU just tremendous kudos on coaching choices, probably over the last 2 decades. Because we are what I call a turn door school, where you come to here, we're mid-major. A lot of coaches come here to get that D1 top tier opportunity. But in order to be able to get that, you got to come to VCU and produce.
Yeah.
We've had some producers in the last 20 years that have gotten that opportunity to go to the next level and coach basketball at a higher level. So shout out, I don't know how VCU does it.
Yeah.
I don't know how their recruiting process as it pertains to coaches go, but somebody's doing something right.
Yeah. I think both the first 2 games, they did pretty well in both of them.
Right.
So, and I want to say I read too that first game they sold out the Siegel Center. So,
if I'm not mistaken, I would love to go fact check this, and when we come back with the next podcast, maybe I'll have an answer to it. I believe VCU is on a sellout streak.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they've been selling out games for quite some time.
Oh.
Yeah.
And for them to continue that with a new coach is like, and he showed up and showed out. So let's go VCU.
Thank you, Phil Martelli. Thanks for keeping that pride in Richmond, Virginia for what we expect out of that VCU basketball team.
Exactly.
It's Phil Martelli Jr. All right. We got to talk about this. So there's been a lot of gambling probes going around.
Too much.
A lot of people feel like they're not making enough money to where they have to go and find a way to make pennies, in my opinion, pennies.
Pretty much.
In comparison to what we know they're making salary-wise. And they're risking a lot for very little. So now we have, first of all, you had the Chauncey Billups.
Yes.
And what was the other basketball name?
Rozier.
Yes,
and then it was one more.
The gentleman from
Damon Jones.
Damon Jones.
Yes.
So we had Chauncey Billups, Rozier, Damon Jones, which I have a statement I'm going to make about what I feel about what's going on with that. I'm going to be careful because I don't want nobody after me.
Yeah.
But I have a
you
statement.
better watch out.
Right. And now what do we have? What's the new probe that has come up?
MLB. But it's even worse. So let me tell you.
Okay.
So 2 pitchers, they were with the Cleveland Guardians. They're, throwing different pitches to basically, help people out with betting. But get this. I wrote it down because I could not believe it. So the basketball players, they did this. It was crazy, whatever. They did it for millions, okay?
Right.
These 2 pitchers, guess how much? $400,000. Just $400,000.
Come on, man.
In fraudulent bets. Like, you're going to risk everything, risk going to jail for $400,000.
Risk your
Get
contract.
Millions.
Yes.
Like, what? Like, you're going to do all this just to come up with $400,000.
How about get nothing? Just stay legit. I mean, obviously you have the gift to be able to throw a baseball, to make millions of dollars. Why gamble illegally?
Yeah, that's my thing. I just don't understand, and maybe I don't know. I just don't understand the point. Like, you're already signing contracts, like you said, for millions. You have so much fame. You have little kids that look up to you, and you want to throw it all away for a couple extra $100 or just to bet. You don't even need it.
Pennies on a dollar as it compares to what you can lose by getting caught.
Yeah.
So these gambling probes. Now I have another theory which we won't talk about here.
Okay.
As to why I think these gambling things have all come up and why it's now the talk of. I think it's a distraction. But anyway.
Yeah.
I will say this. I was listening to John Sally speak about the Chauncey Billups' involvement with the gambling probe, that they've used his face as the name that everybody, because we have to understand, through some journalists, we love clickbait. So people are only going to click on the names that they're familiar with, because even when they tried to curveball LeBron James' name in it. You know, LeBron James, that was like the headline, LeBron James' involvement with gambling probe. He had nothing to do with it. It was somebody that gave some information about him possibly not playing or something. But because they use his name first, it's clickbait. This is what I think is going on with the Chauncey Billups. This is my theory. First of all, the mob is involved in this.
Oh, yeah, which is... Don't even get me started on that.
Right. The mob is involved. If the mob is involved, don't tell me Chauncey Billups is the puppet master for the mob.
Oh, no.
No, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
He's not even close to the top of that totem pole.
Right. So the point John Sally was making, which it's not far-fetched. When a lot of these professional athletes, they go to Vegas, they go to different entities, and people would pay for them to come where they don't have to pay so that they can bring their friends. So they end up becoming bait. So in this case, John Sally was stating that maybe Chauncey Billups was bait for the victims. Like, he wasn't the catalyst to bring these guys intentionally to a situation to where they would be being cheated, you know, but because he's the one that they'll bring, and he was saying like the mafia, or like if you go to Vegas, I don't even want to say the mafia, if you go to Vegas, you know, Amaya, you got a lot of good friends with a lot of money, so tell you what, we'll give you $10,000 to play with, just bring your friends. You bring your friends, you pay, you don't lose any money. Your friends, they walk away broke, you're happy, but you don't know anything frivolous just went on. So that's what John Sally was saying is possibly what's going on with Chauncey Billups. And I think everyone deserves their day in court. Yeah. Because media, people, we will, you know, talk about the situation that is a bad situation, because your name is attached to it. Contextually, it makes it seem like you're a bad person or you've done something bad. But a day in court can bring other things out that we might not know about right now.
So you think maybe potentially he was recruiting, but he didn't know how seriously he was recruiting for, or really all that went into it. Like, he had some idea, but he didn't really know exactly
what was going down.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Because to just tell him, you know, hey man, bring your friends over here so we can cheat them out of money. You got to be a pretty evil person to do something like that. I'm gonna bring my friends, people I know, people that trust me, into a situation for them to get beat out of money so that I can make a couple of $1,000. When I'm making millions, I have this lifelong career as a coach in the NBA. Chauncey Billups can coach until he's 80, 90 years old. As long as he has great cognitive resources to be able to do the thing, he can do it. So why would he do that to his friends?
Exactly. Name, money, legacy, all gone.
All gone. And if he did do it, then he has what's coming to him.
One sorry person.
He has what's coming to him.
That is crazy.
Well, Amaya, in some tougher news, Cowboys player
Marshawn Kneeland, right?
Marshawn Kneeland, 24 years old, has unfortunately unalived himself, has committed suicide over the last couple of weeks. And I'm starting to, wonder, like, what is going on? Because one would think, like, if you think about standing from where we are, you see someone that makes the NFL, like, their life, you've made it. Like, life is easy for you from here on out because you have that one resource that we all want, which is money. Yeah. But then you never know what someone is going through psychologically, emotionally, mentally. And unfortunately, this brother's killed himself. I had a good friend of mine, Jet, 3 days after my birthday, September the 23rd, brother right here in Greater Richmond, went to Thomasdale High School. Rudy Johnson played football for the Cincinnati Bengals. Also was running back for the Detroit Lions. Yeah. He unalived himself as well. So I don't know what's going on with a lot of these NFL players, but I hope some type of remedy is sorted out, found out, and we can stop this process, because that's not the data that we want for anybody.
No, never the news you want. And on that, before we go, I just want to shout that out. You talked about that. It's good to know 988, that's the resource. If you or anybody you know is struggling out there, it's not a shame. If you need to talk about it, you need the help, get the help. We want to see you here, and it's nothing wrong with talking about your mental health. So 988, write that down. Remember it. You or anybody you know needs it, just call it up, and you should be able to get the help you need. It's a suicide hotline.
So shout out, or should I say condolences, and just such heart goes out to Marshawn Kneeland and his family, and any family out there that has had to deal with suicide and losing a loved one to such a just a horrible
Yeah.
disease.
Yeah.
That mental part. So,
Yeah.
God bless you. God bless that family.
Yeah.
I do have, on a crazier note, a fun fact.
I don't know.
Fun fact. Have you ever met anyone by the name of Jalen?
Yeah, I actually know a few Jalen's.
Okay.
Yeah. Graduated with some Jalen's.
Okay.
So
fun fact. Jalen Rose, basketball player, played for the Fab Five Michigan Wolverines, as well as he played primarily for the Indiana Pacers in the NBA. He's been a sports analyst, has his own podcast himself. He allegedly is, by research, the very first Jalen.
no way.
Yes. 1991, if you look at name data, if you go anything prior to 1991, you do not find any Jalen's.
1991?
1991 is
The
when the
first
name.
Jalen.
Yes. He was playing for the Fab Five. That particular team, if you don't know anything about the Fab Five, they transcended college basketball. College basketball, they used to have on the short shorts. Yes, they came all the way up your thigh.
I know what you're talking about.
Fab Five had the shorts that went all the way down to your knees. They had swag. Probably the won the national championship if Chris Webber wouldn't have called that extra time out. But that's another story for another day. But on that team was Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose's mother named him after his father and his uncle. Put their two names together, came up with the name Jalen.
That's so simple.
And from that point forward, we now have Jalen. So he might, on the low, be one of the most influential basketball players of all time because of the name.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Jalen Rose.
Wow.
So fun fact, Jalen Rose, shout out to you, the first Jalen probably ever.
Crazy. Well, on that note, that wraps up our first episode of It Ain't Just Sports. Thanks for joining us. We're going to catch us each week. We'll be dropping a new episode on Tuesdays. Head to 12onyourside.com/podcast. Head to It Ain't Just Sports on Facebook, Instagram. Like, comment, share. Let us know what you think.
How can they follow you directly?
Amaya Mitchell TV on Instagram, and then you?
I am at Comedian Bam, Comedian BAMM. Episode 1, It Ain't Just Sports. It's out the books. Let's go.